Part 3. We left off here where Thomas Jefferson says in the Virginia Ordinance of Religious Freedom, which paved way for the First Amendment, he says that this statute is not irrevocable because no law is, not even the Constitution. Any future assemblies that choose to repeal or circumscribe the act, they do so at their own peril. So now that we know that they could just repeal anything, it says so in the thing that paved way for the First Amendment, after they start taking children, all children, they're going to go after the Fair Labor Standards Act of 1938, which prohibits the employment of oppressive child labor in the United States. This also meant that it restricted the hours that youth under 16 years of age can work and lists hazardous occupations too dangerous for young workers to perform. Now, why would they need children to work? And we're back to this lady, how Roe is a historic victory for white life. The last time people were worried about white life and supremacy like this, it was like the Civil War. And if I remember correctly, children were slaves back then. And we remember that BlackRock and other investment firms are the biggest investors in private prisons. Many of them run controversial immigration detention centers near the U.S. border with Mexico. Again, homelessness is criminalized, and it's getting worse as the year goes on today. Like, people are not allowed to even live in their vehicles just trying to survive. We have no money for food because of inflation, because of the corporations. Now, why would they want kids? We know that the companies went overseas because labor was cheaper. But if you're able to have slave labor because you don't need to pay children a fair wage, you don't have to keep them in safe environments, then that would be cheaper than sending everything overseas. We criminalize the homelessness. We will get the parents for neglect because they can't afford food, they can't afford housing. So the parents go to jail too. And what is legal in jail? Oh, that's right. Slavery nor involuntary servitude except as punishment for a crime. Maybe they don't have to take down the whole Constitution, but they could. So BlackRock owns the prisons. The corporations are making it harder for us to support ourselves and our children. We can't buy homes because BlackRock has bought all the cheap ones. They're going after our rights. They're making it hard for us to have legal recourse. So we have no legal recourse. And you guys still think this is just about one person's right, one group, one subsect. This is about all human life.